What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, I'm pretty sure some of you have already heard about this, as it was reported yesterday. But if you have not, Brooklyn Nets swingman Ben Simmons will require 3 to 4 months of rehabilitation after undergoing back surgery on Thursday, but is expected to be fully recovered to return to the court well ahead of preseason training camp in September, sources told ESPN on Wednesday. Ben Simmons, who is 25, is undergoing a microdiscectomy procedure to address pain located in a herniated disc in his lower back, the Nets said yesterday in a release. The decision to undergo the surgery was reached after, quote, consultation with multiple back specialists. Despite several attempts that ultimately resulted in setbacks, Simmons never played a game for the Nets following a February 10th trade with the Philadelphia 76ers. Simmons had planned to return for Game 4 of the Nets' Eastern Conference first round series against the Boston Celtics, but a week plus of pain free days ended with pain soreness on the eve of Brooklyn's elimination. Simmons and his agent, Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul, met with Nets general manager Sean Marks and team officials the following day, agreeing to continue to work together on Simmons' physical and mental well being in the ultimate effort to try and return him to the court next season. Surgery will clearly limit Simmons' ability to progress on a return for next year after missing the entirety of the past season with both the Sixers and the Nets. Simmons, a three-time All-Star and the 2017 NBA Rookie of the Year, has 3 years and $114 million left on his contract after this season. Now, I've read all that to say this. Bullshit. Um, Now, this does confirm, I guess, that there is something wrong with his back. Okay? So I'll give you that. There is something wrong with his back. So I have to retract prior statements questioning whether there was something wrong with his back. But I still believe that this guy does not want to play basketball, just in his actions. I thought, and this was something I was talking about with someone today, uh, I thought he said that the pain in his back was psychosomatic. Wasn't that the report a couple of weeks ago? That the pain in his back was really just from mental issues. It wasn't real. It's all connected. Now he's going to have surgery. Okay. Now look, it has to be remembered that uh, Brooke Lopez had surgery, back surgery, back in early November. Okay. He didn't come back until, what was it? The very end of March, beginning of April. So Brooke Lopez missed a lot of games. I believe he missed 68 games. He played the first game of the season and then missed 68 consecutive games. So what I'm getting at is we're talking about Brooke Lopez, not Ben Simmons. I don't think Ben Simmons has that drive. I think that at this stage, I'm just convinced that Ben Simmons wants to be a celebrity. He wants to live that lavish lifestyle, but I don't think he really has a drive to play basketball. And I think that when you look at the fact that he's still trying to recruit money from the Philadelphia 76ers, um, now he has an established back issue, right? This is just my guess, and I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going to issue an apology in the future. But my guess is Ben Simmons is trying to get that money back from Philly. The back surgery authenticates that there's something wrong with his back, right? So if he comes back and still doesn't play and saying that there's still issues or it's a long drawn out process, I think, quite honestly, I think Ben Simmons doesn't want to play if he can get away with it until he wins some type of litigation against Philly and get that money back. That's what I'm starting to think. Now, I could be wrong, But if that's the case, Ben Simmons, man, this dude is a work of art, man. Uh, I just don't see him coming. I don't know if he does. And he comes back strong in October and all that. I will issue an apology. I've done it before, but I have my doubts about this guy, man. I just don't think he really wants to play basketball. I don't. I don't think he really wants to play the game of basketball. Uh, you know, it's I don't know. I just have my doubts about this dude, man. I don't think he wants to play basketball. I think he wants to live that celebrity lavish lifestyle. He wants to live the Hollywood lifestyle. So, when it comes to having back issues, when you have to have back surgery, um, it's never a good thing, man. It's never a good thing. Uh, Back problems tend to stay with you. Now, look, Scottie Pippen had back surgery as a rookie. He was an exception. He was able to play about a decade before his back issues really became recurrent, but he always kind of had a sore back. But Scotty kind of played through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, Larry Johnson, we saw what back issues did to him. Larry Johnson went from being a guy that had a borderline Hall of Fame trajectory to his career when he was with Charlotte to being a pretty good player with the Knicks to being a guy that had to retire when he was only 31 years old because of his back issues. Larry Bird is synonymous with back issues. Um, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it comes to having a bad back, it usually indicates you're not going to have a long NBA career. Not always the case. Scotty did play 17 years, but and maybe it helps Ben that he's sort of skinny-ish, but at the same time he's tall and lanky. I mean, he's tall and lanky, and that helps a little bit the lanky part. But being so tall, you know, that can hurt him too, especially on the defensive end. If one of his strengths is if his main strength is his speed and his defensive ability, developing a bad back will really hurt him when it comes to playing defense. So anyway, I'm just talking as far as his health and whatnot. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.